Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Footy with Trudy. I'm your host Trudy. I'm here with Edosa and Kachi. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This is the last episode of the year, fresh off the World Cup, and the club football is hitting us faster than we can even record. Just got wrapped up with, I want to say, round of 16 of the Carabao Cup. Unfortunately, in the next round, Manchester United did not draw Manchester City. We are playing Charlton, and I believe Southampton is playing Man City. So yeah, we're still in line for a cup. Any cup is good. I'm gonna take any cup at this point, man. I'm like a Marine. I have what I call the Mourinho calculator. I count anything. Community Shield, it's a trophy. As long as you get a medal for it during the season, it's a trophy. We're gonna briefly talk about the Carabao Cup games we saw with Man U, Burnley, and Everton versus Liverpool versus Man City. And we're gonna preview the Boxing Day fixtures. So first, let's talk about the hard-hitting 5-goal thriller, which was the Liverpool versus City game. Edosa, what did you take away from that game?
I thought that the Premier League is back, even though that was in the Premier League. Like, you see the quality of football that we actually get treated to every weekend, and it's a shame that it had to be on hold for a couple of weeks there. Like that was high quality football. And when you look through the team, it's not even like the first team.
No.
Per se. Like these are like just the guys they could find that hadn't broken their legs yet. And the quality was still high. And also just shows you that Liverpool's level is still like ridiculously high. Like where did they find all these their players from? And no, like, Man City just reminded everybody that the actual weapon has been chilling, meditating, and getting his hamstring properly stretched for the rest of the season. And the burner proved that he hated his country. Like it's just crazy. Like it was a very good match because I was like, oh wow, like I mean, these guys are back, and I'm back to being excited about what's coming up, even though we already know how it ends. But
De Bruyne's performance today was very impressive. I'm going to ask Kachi this question because I'm guessing I know what Edosa would answer. But after watching De Bruyne today, I want to ask you, because I'm watching the game with my dad, who is an avid Arsenal fan. Who is a better passer of the ball, De Bruyne or Dennis Bergkamp?
I mean, is that even a competition? Like, and I'll tell you the reason why. See, De Bruyne, yes, can pass the ball. He can provide assist, and I think he has more. He will end up passing Dennis Bergkamp in assist. But I think with regards to Dennis Bergkamp came in terms of, I think Arsenal. If you ask the Arsenal players, the legends of that time, when Dennis Bergkamp came, even players that were legendary in Arsenal's time, then they were even like, whoa, this guy is special. Dennis Bergkamp, not only is the guy's touch touch opens up. No, the way he touches the ball, when he traps his ball, opens up spaces for his teammates. So to me, like, the problem I have with Dennis and with De Bruyne is that, yes, De Bruyne will end up breaking, in terms of stats, is the guys that look at stats, he will end up breaking stats of some of those assists. But in terms of impact, Dennis Bergkamp did it for his country and did it for Arsenal.
And we just confirm that Kevin De Bruyne hates his country because he wasn't doing it for his country.
It's not about hating his country, but it's like Kevin De Bruyne has gotten to the point now. It's like, okay, yeah, you can do it against like small teams in the Premier League. You can do it against maybe big teams in the Premier League, but like when it actually counts, semi-finals or Champions League finals, where have you been? World Cup finals, where have you been? Those are the moments that when you look back on your career, you're like, man, how did I not take more advantage of this? Nobody's going to look back on their career when they played Burnley on a cold January Premier League night and they slapped them up 5-0 and be like, yeah, like I deserve, like that's what I'm going to like. What is going to be his own career highlights, right? Dennis Bergkamp has arguably, in my opinion, probably top 2 all-time individual EPL goals for that assist, and he assisted himself.
Yeah, against Newcastle. Yeah.
That goal, I call it "Don't mind if I may." That's my acronym for that goal. It's like, "Don't mind if I may, I'll assist myself." Like the guy, he assisted himself and scored in a Dennis Bergkamp kind of way. So I think for me, like De Bruyne has to I think it might already be too late. Where he had a golden generation with Belgium, and I think that generation has pretty much come, and we basically just saw the end of them. And I think now for him, like, he has to try and go win the Champions League to salvage some sort of comparison, if I can see. But to me, Dennis Bergkamp is still, when it comes to passing of the ball, this guy is still the good man. Passing, touch. Like, the guy plays football like he can play football on the snow and he won't even leave any footprints. That's how good Dennis Bergkamp is. This guy is silk. The guy's leg is silk. And this guy was doing it with like boots from the 90s. Look at those boots from the 90s and the boots. Could you imagine Dennis Bergkamp playing with the boots that these guys are playing with now that probably doesn't weigh anything? My dad was doing it with
and everything.
My dad was doing it with those Adidas boots that were pretty much spikes underneath, man. Like he shouldn't be doing those kind of things. So, but yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter.
Edosa, what's your feeling about Man U's chance of getting the cup? Do you think City can stop us?
I think that if you play City before the finals, which is now impossible, right?
No. We can still play. They always draw. Every stage of Carabao is draw. So it's Man U, Charlton, Southampton City, Newcastle, Leicester, Forest, Wolves.
Well, if you play either Newcastle or City before the final, I don't know that you're going to win it. So, but I feel like if you get to the final, then that the jeopardy of one-off games can like go in your favor. So yeah, that's what I think about that.
Okay. Kachi, do you agree?
Oh, I definitely agree. And you know, Newcastle are about to splurge another 200 million in January.
In January?
These guys
got injured?
No, but the reason that these guys have the money, man. These guys,
they do.
Is there anybody else to buy?
I don't know if there's anybody else to buy, but whoever it is that is out there to buy, these guys
can be gotten.
Like, these guys can go throw 50 million on a player that is worth like 2 million. Like, that's how much money they have. Where it's like money is no expense. So I think Man U just needs to avoid Newcastle, avoid City, because we know City actually takes this cup very seriously. These guys don't. I think on that Pep they have like 4 and 5 or something like some crazy thing
4 and
like
5
that.
or 5
They
and
have
6.
5 and 6, right?
So 4 and 5 or 5 and 6. I know they've only not.
They don't play with their food in the Carabao Cup, so I think Man U just hopefully take care of Charlton, hopefully, and then maybe face Nottingham Forest, Wolves, which would be the ideal next opponents, and then we'll go from there. And then whoever we face in the final, maybe if there's an upset in the Southampton Man City game or Newcastle Leicester City, maybe catch somebody like Southampton in the final.
That one don't pass upset. That one a pipe dream.
So yeah, it's a pipe dream, but I think that if we avoid City and Newcastle, we have a good chance in a one-off game.
In regards to the Boxing Day bonanza, I don't really see any high-profile games on the list here. So I'm going to put you guys on the spot and have you predict the winner of each round. Are you guys ready? The first game is Brentford versus Edosa's favorite team, Spurs. I believe Ivan Toney is suspended, right? For his betting situation.
You don't need them, they'll be Tottenham, don't worry. I'm being serious. Like,
they don't need him
They don't need him to be. Like, they're without Kane, Son,
True.
Romero.
All these guys won't be back.
They're not playing.
They won't be
Richarlison, I know Richarlison is injured. I saw him doodle on the fantasy, so I think he's injured.
Yeah, so just imagine the attack of Kulusevski and 2 clowns from the academy, and then Eric Dyer in defense. Nah, they're going to sort that Tottenham team out. Don't worry about this with her.
This guy, man.
It'll be a high scoring game, that's for sure. That's one thing I can tell you about Tottenham games. It'll be entertaining, high scoring, but Brentford I see winning.
I don't know about entertaining, but to be high scoring.
You guys are actually seeing Brentford win. I thought this guy just saying it because of banter, but you actually agree.
No, to confirm this thing. I mean, where are you, bro? But you listen to this episode, please just make those prophecies.
Comments. Oh, Jesus. All right. Crystal Palace, Fulham.
The thing about Crystal Palace, they can be so schizophrenic in the way they play. Depends which Crystal Palace turns up. I feel like Fulham will win. That's just something about, or it will end in a draw. I pick a draw.
Everton, Wolves. That's another one. Like, you don't really know what's going to happen.
I don't know anything about those. I think Everton, that would be a draw. But I think Crystal Palace will beat Fulham because Crystal Palace are home. And they're really stronger at home.
Not just stadium, it's just annoying to even watch on TV. Leicester Newcastle is a preview of the Carabao game. Leicester Newcastle.
No, Newcastle would.
You guys aren't taking the World Cup fatigue into consideration at all? Like, you think everybody's just going to pick up where they left off? Because I was watching the highlights of the Newcastle game.
Who from Newcastle?
Trippier.
Who that?
Trippier,
That's
Bruno.
That's the only person.
No, Bruno Guimaraes.
Guimaraes is in which country?
Brazil. He didn't really play though.
He didn't play. My guy was a visitor. He went on a vacation. He went on vacation to Qatar with the Brazilian team. He didn't play.
I mean, Anthony's back, Martinelli is back, so I would assume Guimaraes should play.
He's back. He played in the Carabao Cup game against whoever they played against to make it to the next round. And what's his name? That Paraguayan Almiron. He missed open nets. He missed open nets.
The guy's probably back to his average. Whatever he was.
Yeah, so I'm so scared. I'm like, should I sell this guy on fantasy? I'm actually so scared. When I saw that miss, it worried me.
It just, sometimes you have to get rid of your misses so that once you're ready to start scoring, all the goals start going in.
Okay, I hope so. Liverpool, Aston Villa. Aston Villa had a new coach just before they left, right? Just before we went for the World Cup.
Yeah, what's his name? Former Arsenal boss now.
Oh, is our good evening, bro, right?
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, there you go.
Good evening. Yeah,
it's Emery. What do you think he can do something against Liverpool?
I feel like they're going to raise to a 2-0 lead, going to find a way to lose 5-2 at the end of the match.
Who's this? Villa?
Oh, Aston Villa losing 5-2.
No, I expect Liverpool to clean up their food.
But they don't even have keeper for this match.
True. Their keeper is still partying his way through Argentina. So.
But I said it. Where's our goalie sitting now? So we don't have keeper. Wow.
They don't have keeper. I don't even know who their second choice goalie is.
Me too, I don't actually.
Whoever he is not good enough.
I don't know who it is. Arsenal, West Ham.
I'm scared of that match, but I feel like going big.
No,
high scoring draw or 0-0 draw?
For me, tough win, but 1-0.
They can't score. That one I'm not even bothered about, but like, can we score?
No, Arsenal will score 1-0. I think it'll be a hard fought win, but Arsenal will.
I'll take it, man. Whatever it is that gives you confidence, please send you my way before Monday because I'm scared. I'm terrified.
How you be scared if you say they can't score you? That doesn't make any sense.
Because, we played Juventus in a friendly match. Juventus probably touched that ball only like 5 times the entire game. And they beat us 2-0.
You scored 2 goals.
Yeah, I know. So, it's not that the ball can't enter and it's that you cannot do anything yourself to put it inside. We'll beat ourselves, thank you. So, I'm just worried that this game is coming too fast. No, let's say we're playing on 27th or 28th, like the game Man City now. Then would have had more time, but
a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
a lot of people are dissing Gabriel Jesus harshly, in my opinion. I feel like he's one of those because he wasn't scoring, and someone like Nunes who has had a lot of less minutes has more goals than him. But I'm of the kind. I feel like because I'm a defender, I like strikers who defend. I love strikers who defend on my team. I hate it when I just see my strikers doing nothing. And like you guys are defenders, win the ball and give it to us. And Gabriel Jesus gives you a lot of that. He gives you a lot of running back. He's everywhere, basically. How much do you think you guys are going to miss him for these 3 months?
So that is the problem. I know everyone thinks that Jesus' job is to score, but I promise you, Ateta did not buy Jesus because he's a goal scorer. Given that he coached him for 3 years and knows that Jesus isn't a goal scorer. But what Jesus gives you is like that prime Van Persie false 19 where the ball just sticks to him. He can go wide, he can come deep with the ball. So it helps us progress to the final third. And then he destabilizes the defense of the other team, so other guys are able to score. So for the next 3 months, it's going to be very interesting. My theory is that after these 3 months, whether we buy another striker or not, Nketiah is either leaving Arsenal for like 15 million next summer, or Arsenal just selling for 10 million. No, I'm serious, because like if in 3 months Arsenal are still top of the league, that means Nketiah has gone crazy. No, I'm being serious.
Like he did towards the end of last season,
like
against Chelsea.
Like basically the way it was, like, because Nketiah can't do the Jesus stuff. But he's a better goal scorer. That one I know. Like if you make me bet money on the two, I know Nketiah can score. Like Nketiah would never have gone 13 games without scoring. It's not even possible. Not the way he is. Like so, if we're still top, that means Nketiah found a way to just keep on scoring. And we kept on defending, because the way our defense is set up, like honestly, if Wenger was able to put this type of defense in place, we would have won a lot more league titles.
True.
The thing is just mean. It doesn't really matter what they're trying to do; they can defend. Just that attack. That attack needs the exact people that are there to make it work. And if Nketiah can find a way to make it work, they are winning matches. Like, bro, it's gonna be crazy. So,
how do you feel about the VAR apology that the goal that was struck off against Man U was incorrect?
So what I'm learning that it's easy to be a bigger man when you're winning. Let's say I was in like 8th place now, I would have been like, see, those 3 points would have gotten us, but when you're first, it happened. No, but you see, the thing is that now that we know that VAR owes us one, because that's literally how English Premier League is sometimes, right? We might now get one of those penalties that they never give us, that I'm always talking about, that you guys don't believe me. So we'll just take it as final day of the season, we need a goal to win the league, and they'll give us. That's why not.
This should be an easy one for Kachi. Chelsea, Bournemouth. Actually, it might not be that easy, considering Chelsea's form before the World Cup started. What do you think?
I mean, with Chelsea, I feel like that might be the next manager to lose his job, and I don't think that likely. I honestly feel like if Graham Potter continues his horrible form, this guy may not last beyond March. So that's my pick. That's my pick as the manager that may not end the season at his current club. Because Chelsea are so inconsistent where they can either win this game scrappily or they can lose this game. My money is
I think they're going to win scrappily because they are home.
Which is ironic, because these guys have to play. Like, they have some players on that field.
So William has to come and explain himself.
Sorry, who though? Who do they have? I feel like that is the question I was trying to ask.
Chelsea cannot complain of Havertz. They cannot complain of lack of players.
Do you know how many people they signed? Let me bring up the list. Do you know how many people they signed? Chelsea signed this summer.
Chelsea has enough players to put together a squad of 18 or even 16 players that can go and beat Bournemouth comfortably. I think the problem is
Bournemouth is not the gauge of whether
it's not the gauge. It's not the gauge, but the problem is they should be playing much better football than the amount of. They have better players than the football that they actually play.
I don't know that I believe that, Sha, but it is what it is.
Fofana, Cucurella, Sterling, Koulibaly, Chukwuemeka, Aubameyang, Zakaria, Broja.
Okay, let me put it this way. Not one of the players you called so far will start in City, Arsenal, Liverpool, maybe even Man U.
Sterling? He was just starting in City yesterday, bro. Sterling?
No, but right now...
And also City wanted Cucurella, no? City wanted Cucurella.
No, not going to start.
No, but even if they are not starting in Liverpool or City, I still feel the guy doesn't even know what his best formation is yet.
I think a healthy Fofana can start in. If Ake can start in City, I think a healthy Fofana can start.
Ake doesn't start in City.
Ake doesn't start.
Doesn't he? You guys have forgotten.
No, he doesn't.
It's Ake.
They put him in full back because their players are dead.
No, guy, you guys have forgotten before World Cup. It's Ake and this Swiss guy. What's his name from Dortmund? That starts now. Yeah. That's
because their guy
they played. Remember, since they played Man U,
he was
injured. But Diaz was on the bench. Diaz was on the bench. Since
Diaz
they
was
played
coming
Man
back
U,
from injury.
since they played Man U and they were like, bro,
Pep
this
tinkering,
guy,
tinkering.
Pep
That's
was like, I
not
like
No,
this
Diaz,
speed.
Diaz
Like,
was
I like
coming
this
back
speed.
from injury, and Laporte was coming back from injury. Even now, Laporte, there was a run in this Liverpool game where I saw that guy looked like his hamstrings were about to go again. And
When he
like,
was
bro,
chasing Nunes. He was
and
trying
like,
his
probably
best.
for me to wish you bad, bro. But if you decide that you just need to rest, you just need to rest 2 more months. You are above for it, but soft love, bro. Like, so nah, I think that City, yeah, they might have like Ziyech. Yeah, Ziyech had like a nice World Cup, but like let's
I
not
even
pretend
forgot
like
Ziyech was on that team. I actually
it's
forgot. I didn't even
because
call him.
the pace of international football is slower. That
Yeah,
guy
for
can't do pace and power football that he needs in England. A lot of their players are like nice players and not really pace and power football players, and that's really what Chelsea's problem is. Because even Sterling isn't the Sterling that he used to be, and Aubameyang definitely isn't the Aubameyang that he used to be. So yeah.
I told her they should have used that combined to take Ronaldo from us. She refused. Man U versus Forest.
Man U should. We should
You
beat.
should be handing out the discipline.
We
I
should
believe
give
Liverpool.
Nottingham Forest.
I believe Liverpool thought too they should beat Forest.
No.
We should.
No, but
beat
Liverpool
Forest.
has had an up. No, Man U should give Forest at least two. Forest maybe scoring 3-1, that kind of game, but I expect us to clean Forest up. But the thing is, a lot of these Forest players probably didn't go to World Cup, so these guys are
No, they
probably
didn't. They didn't.
these guys are probably so fit. So I would say these
Yes.
Boxing Day games, if you're a bigger team, just make sure you score first. You don't want to be chasing a game.
No, but I feel like the World Cup helped rather than how do I say
Hindered.
this?
Hindered.
So like if you're a small team, a smaller team, and your players are at home, they're just getting fat basically. Like they are not sharp mentally when it comes to football. But like if all your best players were at the World Cup, except the Haaland, where Haaland doesn't need to be sharp. But like if all your best players were at the World Cup, they've been playing or training, they're just coming back. And that's why I see also these guys come straight back into their team because they've just been training.
Yeah,
they're not
just
actually playing
about.
any high
It
intensity.
was like a away game. They just traveled basically.
Yeah.
Right?
So I would think that Nottingham Forest are getting properly whooped, like 4-5-0.
No, but Nottingham Forest probably didn't even have anybody going to the World Cup. I think for me with World Cup, it's very tricky. Man U had a lot of guys that put in a lot of mileage. So we better not go with some makeshift back four again. Let's just play proper players in their actual.
It's Nottingham Forest.
I'm just saying respect.
it's Henderson
I've said
and
respect the opponent because this season
Respect
we
the
chopped
opponent,
four.
when you start respecting Henderson,
See, I always respect.
Did you see what this guy? He scored against Blackburn, right? Yeah.
Jay Lings, and you know he wants to
Jay
come back
Lings,
and score.
Yeah.
He wants to milli rock at Old Trafford, man. Let's do
Did you see the dance he
Actually,
was doing when he scored? He was doing some African dance.
The guy's always dancing.
Good. Leeds City. Let's end the episode. Leeds City.
Leeds are going to win.
Please can.
No. I'm actually not trying to be a clown. Leeds are going to win.
That's a possibility. Oh. Let me
Leeds
tell
are
you
going
what.
to win that match.
See,
Tell
that's
us
a
why.
possibility in the sense that
Bring us home. Tell us why.
Fantasy God Patrick Bamford is back, man, and then Leeds have those other bros in there. Leeds have those other guys. What are those guys? Their names again?
Like the American boy, Aronson. That guy,
Somerson?
not Somerson, Aronson. Like the 10, the guy that plays left wing for them. That guy is angry with how they treated him in World Cup. We're going to take it out on this City boys. Here. We're going to be crazy.
Say fantasy God.
No, because Patrick Bamford and they have those other bros, the guys that run as well. What are those their names again?
Rodrigo.
Somerville,
Rodrigo.
all those boys. Nah, it's going to be crazy, man.
These guys are,
I'll be there.
they'll pack the balls and then catch him on the break. That's what they'll try and want to do to City.
Yeah. Going to be
Okay.
elite football.
So
We'll see.
for that City game, I won't be surprised if City wins. I also won't be surprised if Leeds.
But you know, my preferred result is always a 0-0 when it comes to City.
Yeah, you guys are trying to overtake.
For
Like,
City games ending 0-0 is very rare.
Impossible.
Fine, 1-1.
Impossible.
Because if a City game ends 0-0, you know that the opponent's defense and their goalkeeper are probably man of the match because they've probably stepped them the whole game.
That is fine with me. I don't mind that. See, I don't need City to lose matches. I just need them to draw like.
And I don't trust Leeds and Melia to keep a clean sheet.
No. They cannot keep a clean sheet. They cannot keep a clean sheet.
See, one day Melia is going to come good, and we're all
he
going
can
to
come
swallow
good.
our-
He's a good keeper. We're not saying that he's not.
No,
good.
but-
He's a good keeper.
but he
makes some
concedes too much
saves.
to be-
The defense is useless, man. Like, that's
Nah,
why
that guy
he
needs to
concedes.
eat, bro. There was one shot against, I can't remember which match, Arsenal against Leeds, that Martinelli shot at this guy. You could literally see the ball like carry this guy inside the net, bro. Yeah,
He needs to eat.
Needs to eat. Like, he needs to find himself an African woman. Let them cook him and
Let him cook apple for him straight.
steady Nigerian diet. But that guy will be great. Trust me.
Right. We have to come to the end of the episode. I told you it was going to be a quick one. Quickly, actually, let me just ask you guys a question. Answer quickly. Do you think Arsenal can hold on to their lead, Kachi?
I actually think so. I actually think this is one of those seasons where Pep's eyes is such on that the obsession on that Champions League is so high that, and I think this season more than any other season, things are going through a particular pathway for City. Is the De Bruyne Haaland pathway for the goals that they've actually limited the other ways in which they could
They're
score
more
goals when
predictable.
they are more predictable now, right? So that's the thing. And I think Arsenal's defense is just like, man, if we don't lose games, we draw games, but we don't lose games. We're not
You see,
conceding.
we don't even draw games. If we're not beating you, we're losing. That's the
Right.
issue.
And when did you guys even lost a game this season? Apart from
Yeah,
the
we
United
beat
game,
them.
that was the last loss, right?
I think
That was the
we
only
lost
loss.
something else.
I think that was the only
That's
loss.
the only loss. That's the only
Oh,
loss.
that's
this
the
season.
only loss.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the
only
They
only
loss.
had
You
to cheat against us.
You have
That's
to cheat.
against us.
Okay, with that,
Okay.
we have to come to the end of the episode. VAR is still going to start sponsoring us, so we can't be talking nonsense about it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll catch you guys next year. We'll see how everything goes with this Boxing Day special. As always, continue to love football. Like, subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And as always, like I said, continue to love football. Bye-bye.